That couldn't have gone any worse. Hey, you poop stinkles. It's Mr. Shardy Butt. Gonna bring you another money-making tutorial. Hopefully. This isn't gonna be a beginner tutorial, as the last one wasn't either. We got dropped with this beautiful new gas truck. But it's a shame because it still cannot go off-roading. I'm very upset. I don't think I would recommend buying this truck yet. I'm gonna show you how I make money, and it's definitely not the only way to make money, but I've been making pretty good amount every time I do it, and I will show you what it entails. It's gonna be pretty similar to the last one. We're gonna be using the flatbed, so you'll need this trailer with the ramps on it. There is a way to get a truck up here without the ramps. You have to have a vehicle with a winch, and you park it right here, and then pull the truck over this little lip. And it is doable. I watched someone do it, but it can damage your truck, so it's definitely doable. But you're gonna need an 18-wheeler. Doesn't have to be this one, but this one definitely works the best because it's got the biggest wheelbase, and you're gonna have to put the stiffest springs in it because we're gonna be putting a lot more weight on this thing than what we're supposed to. This definitely isn't a cheat or a hack or anything, but I don't think it's something we're supposed to be doing. So I don't know if they're going to fix it. And it's not really like you're making way more money doing this. It just makes it easier to do it all in one shot, in my opinion. So you're going to need that truck, the trailer, and, you know, obviously you're going to start out with only one of these trucks and work your way up until you can get 3 of them. My biggest recommendation when you get these trucks, these little gas trucks, is to lock the front and rear differential if you do any modifications to it, which obviously upgrading the motors and all of them are going to be helpful. And I don't do anything with the height of the truck, but I do put the springs at 300%, or the dampeners. I don't know. Let's go see. We'll just go look. And I will run you through my list of upgrades. And all 3 of these trucks are actually a little bit different, so they don't have to be perfect. I've just kind of tailored in these trucks to handle the best when you're going up the mountain. So in the previous video, we went to Midgea Mountain, which obviously you have to have 4-wheel drive, and you have to have a pretty decent transmission. You don't have to, but it's very nice to. So when you get this truck stock, you can't make it up the mountain unless you click the T on the keyboard. You see it over there where it says 2-wheel drive? I will try to highlight that, but you click it until it says 4 lock. So 4 low lock. That means all 4 wheels spin no matter what. When you're in 2-wheel drive, obviously the back 2 wheels are the only things spinning. And 4 high means all 4 wheels are spinning, but if one wheel comes off the ground, that one's just gonna spin. So that's not the most optimal way of doing it. So what I like to do is go in here and go to parts. Go to powertrain, transmission. Well, no. You go to rear LSD and front LSD. And you just lock it. So you install the lock differential and then lock the front one. That's the most important upgrade to do to these trucks to do these missions. And basically what that allows you to do is when you're in 4 high, so your gearing is geared to go fast. It's like the 4 low locked portion, but it goes a lot faster. I don't know if you've ever tried the lock transmission before when it says 4 low, but it is like granny speed. It's basically for crawling, but that also gives you much more power. So when you go to 4 high, you're definitely still locked, even though when you click it, it says rear LSD needs to be lockable. It's saying that because it's locked. It's not lockable and unlockable. It's just locked, and that's what you want. I know it's very confusing to explain, but it's really not that hard to understand once you get it. So basically anytime I'm driving these trucks, I will have it in 4 high. When you see me driving these missions, that's why I set it up this way. As far as everything else, you can get away with pretty much anything, and it is kind of preference. But I'm gonna run down what I have done to mine. So powertrain, radiator, I have it on the biggest radiator. Intake, I have it on short intake. It gives you like 3 extra horsepower. So I don't think it really matters a whole lot. And then I have the biggest engine, the best turbo, and transmission. All three of my trucks have different transmissions just because I played around with it. I think the 13 speed's probably the idea thing to do here. Because 18, you just have to shift so much. I'm not going to change mine because I don't have a lot of money right now. It's kind of ironic that I'm showing you how to make money and I don't have money. But we're going to fix that. So definitely recommend the 13 speed. It's not a necessity, but I think that's probably the best I've found. And then the final drive, as long as it's within this area right here, all the ones that I have owned, you'll be fine. On this one, I have it at 4.0, and basically all this does is it changes the top speed of your car when you're in the last gear. Now, that's not the technical way of explaining it. It does change the top speed of each gear. Basically, when you set a vehicle up, you want to use all of the gears. So if you're not in the last gear when you're up to full speed going down the highway, you're not really using the whole spectrum of your transmission. At least that's how I look at it. With what we're doing, we're not really going to be doing that either. So as long as you're in this area somewhere, you're going to be fine. That's pretty much it for that. I don't have anything done to the brakes. If you feel like you need to stop more, then by all means, upgrade your brakes. Suspension. I mean, this really is what helps me get up Midgium Mountain, which is very bouncy. So I have all the roll bars at 200%. The springs, I have trucks that I haven't done anything to the springs, but most of them I have at 80%. And then the damper on this one I have at 300%. It just helps it from bouncing too much. And then the ride height, I don't have anything done to this one, I don't believe. I think it's just at the factory height. Wheel spacers, you probably want to put your wheel spacers out. It just makes the truck more stable, I think. I don't know if it actually makes a difference in the game, but I'm told it does. And it is kind of expensive. It's one of those things like once you have the money, go ahead and do it, but you can get away with not using those. It also makes it a lot harder to strap your truck down on the trailer because the tires aren't on the trailer completely when you have it on the trailer. Yeah, if your wheels are spaced all the way outwards, the tires kind of hang off the edges and it's hard to align it right. So you may not get all 4 wheels and tires strapped down. As long as you get like 2 or 3 strapped down, I think you'll be okay, but you know. And then the angle kit, I always recommend having the angle kit at plus 10 or whatever the highest one is. It just makes you turn sharper. And on the mountain, that's pretty good to have because some of those turns are sharp. And then I don't mess with the tires, but I know that since the newest update, they have tires that have higher weight ratings. This may be something I might do to my 18-wheeler trailer since we're putting more weight on it than what we're supposed to. But as far as these trucks go, they still work just as fine. Wheels, that's just cosmetics. Front bumper, that's cosmetics. The only other thing for this truck is the winch. And I have not used the winch on these. I haven't really needed to. Because the transmission and the gearing of this, it can get through anything. So yeah, that's the rundown on my trucks. Like I said, all 3 of them are a little bit different. So if you see my gearing different on one compared to the other, they definitely are different. And all of them are very doable. I kind of like them being different because it makes the drive different for me. So it's a little more challenging and not as boring every time you make the run. So we're going to get to that. We do have a new update with some more spots to deliver fuel. And to my next point, I don't recommend getting this new gas truck with the lift axle. It's a very cool idea, and it's a very cool truck. I will run you through that just so you can see it, because some of you may not have the money to buy it yet. And I don't really recommend it. It is kind of fun to drive. One other thing with my fuel trucks, I have colored these red, white, and blue because before this update, we didn't have a way to see which trucks were which. Now we have pictures. So it's still helpful to color them so you see which one you're getting. Yeah, these pictures make it so helpful because I don't remember the names. There's so many vehicles in this game, there's no way. So on to the new Atlas 6x2 tanker. This truck is so cool. And it holds 20 kilograms of fuel. And if you don't know how much fuel that is, all three of those trucks in the background carry 7. So 3 of them together carry 21 kilograms of fuel. That's insane for a truck this size. And then the big gas tanker trailer over there, it carries 40. The problem is, this truck does not have 4-wheel drive, and it cannot make it up the hills and the paths that need 4-wheel drive. If we could take this thing to where we're going, you can make so much money. Oh my gosh. So I think that's why they've done it. I get it, but I wish one of these trucks could like all of these, you can go to the back and you can take fuel out of it. You can put fuel in it, but none of these you can do that too. And I hope they do that, which still I don't think you can transfer fuel to deliver it, which would be nice. Anyways, let's look at this truck real quick. It does have a lift axle in the back. See if I can zoom in here. And basically what this does is when you lift the axle, and you see the tire coming off the ground, it makes this thing turn better when you don't have a full load of fuel. And definitely when you're up to speed, it drives a lot faster. And another very cool thing they've added, when you drop this wheel down and you do have a full load, this back wheel actually steers. I think that's so cool. This truck is really neat to drive. And so I've upgraded everything in this truck. I've upgraded all the suspension, made the springs as stiff as they can go. And if you fill this thing with fuel and you have that lift axle up, like this whole thing will squat down on the ground and the frame will touch the ground. So I thought maybe like going up the steep hills on the mountain with this wheel up and stiffer springs, I'd be able to make it, but it's just not enough. Like it just slams the thing down on the ground. And when you push the axle down and you have all that weight, like the middle tires start to spin, so you don't get grip. So I'm still at a loss of how to get this up the mountain or the 18-wheeler trailer up the mountain, because you can make some serious money. So without further ado, I'm going to stop yapping about this thing because it doesn't make sense to me to make money with. It's definitely a cool truck to have, though. I do like it. All right, on to the money making. If you notice, I have an RV here. These are very helpful when you start doing this. So you open your map up. These RVs allow you to spawn anywhere in the map on these RVs, and I have a few of them strategically placed in the map. So this is my second point here, right before you get to all the gas places they want you to deliver gas. So I just have this one sitting here, and the reason I have it here is there's a little spot you can spawn in vehicles. Now, before you spawn in vehicles here, make sure they have fuel and are repaired, because on this side of the map, there's no places for that. There's fuel here, and the next one is all the way down here, I believe. Yes. And I also have one at this new harbor. I've done some delivery jobs right here, and I drove all the way here, and I made maybe $60,000 off of 3 vehicles. So definitely wasn't worth it to me, and it was such a long drive. Just something to note in case you guys haven't tried that yet. It did not seem to make any money for how much driving you have to do. So yeah, get you an RV. I have a house. Like when I started, I had a house here somewhere. Yeah, right here. I think. No, I don't know. Somewhere. And I was just spawning here and then driving here. But once you get an RV right where you spawn all your vehicles in and then where you go, makes things so much faster. We've kind of got this down to a science here with this setup. So with the new update, we're going to pull one of our vehicles into this little spot here. Then click on the fuel thing. And then always click this pay button twice. And then it's going to give you the highest amount. So if you look right now, there's only 10 amounts here. We have the capacity to haul 21 kilograms of fuel. This right here is actually a really good deal. If it's over $10,000, I would definitely do it. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to show you what I've been doing and how you can make a little bit more, I believe. And it also just makes it a little easier because if I buy 7 kilograms, we're going to have 3 left. So that 3 is going to go into our next truck. And then you're going to take, 5 from this stack, and you're going to have 5 left. And then the third truck, you're going to take 5 from there and then 5 from this one. And it's just, you're kind of scattered all over the place. So what I recommend doing is kind of chilling here and watching these numbers because they do change. And it may take a few minutes to get the perfect setup, you know. If you can't find nothing, just give it time. It will eventually come around. I don't think I've ever had to wait over like 10 minutes. But there is a new place. I don't see it on here yet. But it does allow you to drive to this new place here. Gwangjin. And Gwangjin Coal. Either one of these are good. And the reason is, when they pop up here, they normally have 50 as the amount. And I think the last one I did was $8,000 or $9,000 per load. So you take 9,000 per load times 7 and then times 3, you got a pretty good chunk of money. But if you can make sure you get all your fuel going to the same place with all 3 of your trucks, when you get there, you can take a contract, and you can only do it when you're there. It's a little bit different than doing a contract here in this spot. And I will show you how to do that once we get there. So I'm going to take a break until I get the perfect setup here, and I will get back to you. All right, we finally have something here. So if you look here, we have 50. That's perfect. Almost $9,000. That's pretty dang good. We'll go ahead and load her up. So we got 7. We're going to do this one. And I do 7. And we're gonna do 7. Alrighty, let's get these loaded up on the truck. Alright, so this is how I figured out how to make all 3 of these. Sorry, motorcycle. This is how I figured out how to make all 3 of these fit on this trailer. And it doesn't look like it will work, but it does. It works surprisingly well. Now this truck has the spacers on it, so you can tell there's not much room for these wheels. So you kind of got to line it up pretty good. If you don't have them perfectly in the middle, they're not all going to strap down. So I backed the first one on because the tank kind of overhangs. So you want it to go off the trailer here. But what I've learned is not to back it up completely against this frame here, because then when you turn, your truck's going to hit it. So what I've learned is kind of just let it bounce off a little bit and then hit the brake. And that normally does the trick for me. So we're a little bit on the side here. I don't know if all these are going to strap down, but we're going to try it. Yeah, see how it sticks off a little bit? As long as we can get 3. Nope, can't even get 3. Well, I'll just prove to you that 2 will work. It will work, but it can be janky. And if you don't know how to use the straps, you have to go to a store or a mechanic, and there's a guy in the back of the building that you have to go buy them from. It took me forever to figure that out. I don't know why. But yeah, as you see on the screen, I'm using a controller, so I click Y to pull it out and Y to get it back in your inventory. But when it's in your inventory, you just go up and click up on the D-pad. That's at least what I do. I use keyboard and mouse for a few things, but for the most part I use controller. I just think it's more enjoyable to play driving games with a controller. So, that being said, here's my second truck. And this one, I drive on forward. That way, the truck that we drive on last, the nose of it can kind of tuck under the overhang of the back of the truck. That's kind of important, because if you get these too close, they're going to bang into each other when it's driving, and it's going to damage them. So we want them to be the least amount of damage. Oh, this is another thing I completely just forgot. I just put a winch on this truck, and it's going to cause us not to be able to fit it very well. Luckily, the parts you buy in this game, you don't have to sell them. So, like, I could theoretically put that on another truck, which is nice. I just happened to notice that we have longer winches now. And I'm thinking the hill that I couldn't get that lift axle fuel truck up, maybe I could use the long winch. But I don't think any of the trucks are strong enough to pull it up the hill because it weighs so much. So, I challenge you guys to try to get that lift truck up the hill when you start getting money. I want to see someone do it. I feel like it's possible, but I've spent so much time trying. It's ridiculous how much time I've tried to do it. Because if you could do it, you can make a lot of money easily. But as per said in my last video, I just don't think it's possible. But I'm kind of glad this happened because I can show you what not to do. Well, I'm just showing off. Just me doing normal me things. And if you're new to this game, I recommend taking all the assist off and making it where you can shift, because if you're using automatic, it's going to make things very challenging when you're climbing the hills. It really is. And you're missing out on so much fun of shifting while you're driving. I really do think it makes the game a lot more fun. Yep, see, this one's just barely off, and it won't let me strap it down, so that's okay. I do this all the time. This is like 90% of how I make money in this game. The other 10% is just me doing other stuff because I'm bored and not wanting to do this at the moment. It does get kind of bland doing this a lot, but it just makes it so much easier to make money. Alright, Post Chart here. They came out with a new update, and they have an extended ramp for this trailer, and it makes this much easier to do. So when you guys go to do this, you shouldn't have any problems, and this will actually balance your trailer out a lot more too. So as long as you get these front two wheels here up on the trailer, and like I said, if you wedge this under there, it's going to cause your truck to get more damage. So just brush it up against the truck and rest it. And then make sure you hit the parking brake every time you park one of these. That way it stays in place. And if you do it right, you should be able to get both of these tires on here. And I know what you're thinking. This does seem janky, and it is. But all we gotta do is take this and tilt it up just a bit off of the ground. You don't want it scrubbing the ground. If you go too far, it's pushing into that white truck too much. So give it a nice resting spot where it's not gonna be hitting the ground. And another thing is, so like before they made this place possible where it has 50 fuel, I was taking all three of these to different places, and it's hard to know which truck goes where. So all you have to do is hop in this truck and see how it gives you the little yellow path on your GPS. If I can hit the right button ever. Always hit the wrong one. So all you have to do is click on it, and then you come down to your point and you make a new point. And then when you get out of the truck, you still have that point there. Now, since all three of these are going to the same place, I only have to do that once, so no biggie. And then when you get in this truck, you have that waypoint. You know where to go. You can see that the vehicle weight is way overweight. Axle weight should not go over 10 tons. I know it's not supposed to, but I don't know the repercussions of that. I haven't got pulled over from a cop for doing this, and the physics all still work. So I don't know. Maybe I didn't do my research on all that, but I was doing this before they added the vehicle weight thing. So I don't know. Maybe what the heck? I didn't do that. That rando must have done that. Yeah, I just click out of it and it still works. Even if these trucks do get damaged, they still make it where they need to go. Not anything you have to worry about. Now, the GPS is going to tell you its preferred way to go. I'm going to show you my preferred way because I think it's faster. Since we have so much weight, this truck can't handle going up big hills very well, and it's completely upgraded, so this is why I recommend having a fully upgraded engine in this 18-wheeler. And if you don't have the suspension all the way stiff, this truck's frame's going to be in the ground and you're not going to be going anywhere. So those are very crucial. You want to have the most amount of gears for this truck just because you're going to need the power. It's not doable if you don't have that transmission. So I'm going to show you the way that I go. I just completely go all the way around the coast, and I will show you on the map here. And one of the biggest things that I feel like people should know that are new, I didn't know this for the longest time when I started playing the game. On the right side it says autopilot. Whoa! Let's not oh my gosh. I got so lucky there. Holy cow. That could have been so bad. This is why I shouldn't talk and drive. Luckily, we did not flip this thing over. That would have been so bad. I don't even remember what I was talking about now. Alright, let's make this turn without ripping all of our trucks off. Okay, so the autopilot on the right side. My truck's damaged now. If you click left bumper and Y, when it says autopilot, it's going to do this weird thing. It's very misleading. It's going to say cruise control, and it is cruise control. So you can lock it at a certain speed. If you click the same buttons again, then it really does go to autopilot. So now it's going to drive for you. I don't recommend this very much with this much weight because the AI has no idea that it's too much weight. And it's going to drive weird. It's going to take turns weird. It's probably going to overheat your motor. So it's okay for this part. It's fine. And it's also not going to drive near as fast as you do. So take that with a grain of salt. We're going to take this coast all the way around to the bridge. If you take this path through here, there is a very steep hill. So it's going to be very tough to get up. And then if you go this way, there's a pretty steep hill. And then you got to go through all these wines and all that jazz. So I found this is probably the best way to go. There is a steep hill right here on this bridge, but once you get over it, it's not too bad. Some steep hills here. And I don't think I've gone this way before. I don't think I've gone on the coast on this side with the 18-wheeler, so that's going to be new. We'll give that a shot. This new trail right here, you can't make unless you have four-wheel drive, so don't take the 18-wheeler through here with a full load. And the same goes for this. The truck with the lift axle on it, the fuel truck with the lift axle, it will not make it through here, and it will not make it through here. It cannot go through that stuff. I think it's only meant for driving on pavement, unfortunately. So I have not tried to make a fuel delivery with that truck all the way to here. It might make a lot of money. I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. But so far, still, this is how I make money. You can make, I don't know, 150 grand to 200 grand a trip this way. So it's pretty good money. I mean, it takes a while. It takes a bit of time. It keeps you on track. You know the objective, and it just keeps you busy. So you play for maybe an hour or two, and it's a good way to make money. Can you make money faster than other things? Absolutely. See right here, AI is slowing down. So I'm going to click out of it, and I'm just going to power on through, and I will see you on the other side as long as nothing else dumb happens. Which we know it will. Push, baby, push. Hello, Lambro. Oh, I gotta hit the witch. Yeah. Don't forget coolant. What a beautiful shot. So normally what I would do is turn right here and go to the gas station and fill my 18-wheeler up. But I'm going to see if I can make it going this way. If not, I'll just fill it up using roadside. Not that worried about it because we're about to make money. Make sure you drive when you're going around the turns, because if AI is doing it, they're going to take forever. And it's just going to overheat your truck more. You keep your momentum up, you're going to keep your truck cooler somewhat. And this is why we have many gears, so we can do this. Doesn't that just look nice? This truck has a lot of power and some very, very low gearing. We got some downhills though, so we're gonna make some speed here probably. Hope we don't flip. That could be bad. I know I've been this way. It's cool and it's pretty, but I don't think I've been this way with an 18-wheeler full of 3 gas trucks. This is a really fun road to drive when you got a fast car. You got a fast car. I got 3 trucks full of gas. Hope that we can make it without spilling it everywhere. Thank you. It seems we've ran out of road. There it is. Oh, this is a very twisty road to be having an 18-wheeler. What a beautiful morning. Just illegally smuggling gas across the countryside. While my truck dies. What the? Oh, it's one of those. You don't see those driving around often. I do need to buy that thing. It does look so cool. That's one truck I haven't really went and looked at or messed with. That's what we should do when we get some money. We should soup that up and make it a drift car. That could be so neat. Wait a minute. Doesn't that pull trailers? I wonder what we can do to that. Maybe that's our ticket. Maybe that's how we get the tanker trailer up the hill. I highly doubt it, but it's worth a shot. Alright, we're about to get some speed now. This is going to be sketch. This is going to be real sketch. I'll have to cut some corners and hope I don't flip. Oh yeah, that was beautiful. Gotta keep that momentum up, because we're getting low on fuel. Alright, once I get this hill, I'm going to throw on the autopilot. I'm going to send a few messages on my phone. Take that, Ghost. I don't remember Ghost being that well seen. I thought you don't see ghosts. Maybe this one you do see. Alright, let's keep our speed up and not flip. Oh gosh, that's sketchy. Woo! Just know, this is how I drive most of the time. It's not always a good thing. 194, dang, I'm almost at 200. I got an achievement for getting to 100. Am I running out of gas? Or power? Yes. Hello, Mr. Record Truck. Alright, I don't think we're gonna make it on gas, but we'll call it roadside. We'll give him a gander. Is this a possible shortcut? We're gonna find out. It is a shortcut. Oh, we're here already. This is perfect. This is right where I have to park the truck, so if we can make it right down the hill where that other truck is, that'd be perfect, but right here's fine if not. That just works out perfectly. Right here's normally where I park it. Right in the mud. It's not really mud at the moment. Alright, so I gotta do something real quick. Alright, folks, well, I'm back. So I delivered all 3 of these trucks the first go around, and my computer stopped recording. It did not catch any of them. I like how we just got the cop stuck here in the mud. Oh, this is amazing. Take that, cop. That's what you get for giving me a ticket. See if I help you out of your situation. Anyways, so, yeah, we're gonna deliver all 3 of these again. And when I filled all these up with fuel the first time, one of them I picked the wrong location. I'm something. So, yeah, I get to just redo this all over again. So, my apologies. If anything looks off, that's because it is. I'm just having so much fun. And I have a lot more money now, so you can see that it works, even though I did it wrong. Since I could only deliver 2 trucks, I had 1 less kilogram of fuel than what I needed. So I wasn't able to complete the contract, but I got a contract bonus for the 2 trucks that I did deliver. But yeah, we're gonna power through these real quick, and I'm gonna show you the scenery. I love the scenery through here. It's a really fun trail to drive and climb. I just like the looks of the scenery through here and the terrain. It's a fun time. Like, I genuinely just have fun driving all these roads. And the scenery's great. I'm rambling. But there's some really big hills. There's a lot of bridges. I don't know. I don't know what it is about the bridges in this game, but when you cross them, they're just satisfying. So, you might laugh at me now, but you're going to be playing your game, and you're going to drive over it, and you're going to be like, yeah, that was pretty satisfying. So if you know what that's like, drop it in the comment. We can all share our little satisfying bridge drives. That sounds weird. I'm like so slap happy. It's 2 in the morning. Thought I had this whole tutorial done at like midnight, and my computer stopped recording. Woo, we're going in it hot. Now, I drive balls to the walls through here every time. The faster you get all 3 of these done, the faster you make money. That's just how it works. But you have to take for an account your risk over reward, because one time there's a little shortcut I'll show you at the end of this trail. I spent $10,000 just resetting because I was trying to take this shortcut. And yeah, I wasted a lot of money, but we're making a lot of money. And I was able to figure out how to do it more consistently until I got to my 3rd car and I crashed. I don't know what these little witchy dudes are. I don't know why I keep calling her a witchy dude. It's a ghost. It says it's a ghost, but I don't think ghosts look like brooms. Maybe if they got inside of a broom. Oh, that'd be so scary. Just a broom flying around. Oh, look at the water. It's so good. For being a low poly game, it looks so good. And it's just like the whole atmosphere. It's great. If they made more scenery roads like this, you know, different styles, like maybe some waterfalls, you know, pretty it up a little bit. Mountains kind of look bland because it's low poly. But man, they could really make the map just more of an experience when you're driving, rather than just a chore to make money so you can buy a race car. Also, if you guys have any recommendations on what you want to see me do in Motortown, let me know. I'm pretty well down for whatever. We could definitely do some drifting videos. I think that'd be kind of cool. Just got a few guys around and drifted some of the mountain roads and went on some trail rides. The trail rides are so fun. If you have friends to do this like whole drive with, it makes it 10 times better, and it goes by so fast. So it's a really fun way to make money, and I don't mind doing it alone because it's still so fun. I mean, that's genuinely why I like doing this job rather than driving stuff around in the town. Like, this is actual driving to me, and the roads are fun. Like shifting, all that. It's an immersive driving game. Not the stuff in the town isn't good, but I just enjoy this more. And that's what makes the game good. You can do whatever you want. I just wish the payouts were a tiny bit bigger for like putting in more work, you know, which is kind of what we're doing here. Like if you could maybe have like a truck that could help you like tow the big gas truck up a mountain, but it takes like 15-20 minutes. It takes a little longer than what you would want to spend, but it gives you a way bigger reward for doing cool stuff like that. It's kind of like on Mud Runner, how you like get stuck carrying this huge payload for a mission, and then your friends have to come out and try to get you unstuck, and then everyone ends up getting stuck. Okay, so this spot here I only have in 2-wheel drive. It won't make it up this in 2-wheel drive. So if you hit T, we're at 4 high. Notice how we don't have to be in the 4 low lock because we lock the front and rear differential. Now, if you don't have the money to lock the front and rear differential, then you can click T where it says 4 low lock, and it'll do that, but you can only go so fast because it just gears the transmission way up. So hopefully that'll help you guys get started. I mean, you're obviously not going to just hop on the game and buy 3 of these trucks. You gotta work quite a bit to get here. And I'm at 130 hours in the game, so you have to do a little bit of grinding, but it's worth it. I like the feeling of actually feeling like I worked for my content. Kind of like how GTA was before everyone just started hacking, and everyone just has everything, you know? Like, once you actually have that feeling of working for something, and only the people that work for that stuff have it, it just kind of It gives you a good feeling. Some games you just put in a bunch of work and you just don't feel good. Like, it's mindless. So this trail doesn't have any of the really tight, small bridges. And what I mean by that, there's one other spot where we can deliver fuel to that they added. And instead of it just being a wooden plank bridge, it's only got the 2 strips that your tires go onto. So you have to go on it perfectly or else you'll fall off the bridge. And I think it's so fun. Like, it can be irritating to some people, but when you're trail riding, you have to slow down and like line it up and finesse it over the bridge. Or you can be like me and just go full speed and fly off of it. Either way, I think it's fun. Now, I have a button bound for clutch, but I don't always use it. Like I said, I think it's best to like start the game with all the driving assist off and just learn how to drive with the manual. I mean, it's pretty easy to pick up, but you can pick which gear to be in when you're going up these steep hills, and when you're in automatic, it's just like, oh, I don't know which one to be in. But if you can just stay in one gear, you can make it up the hill in one shot, where AI is probably going to sit there and like change gears a bunch of times until it's the lowest gear, and it's going to go up it and it's going to take forever. But it really does enhance the driving experience too. Right here you can see my truck kind of die, and I'll just do a little clutch kick and get it back up to RPM, and then upshift here so you can just gain more speed. And there's a lot of you that probably know all this. A lot of people are probably switching it to manual, but I'm sure there's a few people that aren't car people that this genre is kind of one of those games where it makes sense to a lot of people. But there's a lot of things they don't tell you in this game. And there's not a lot of tutorials either, so that's why I hope this can help some people, because I had to figure all this out on my own. I really do want to try to buy one of those little flat airport looking vehicles. I think it's for hauling trailers, but I don't remember. But I do want to see what all you can do to that. I think once I get done with these, that's probably what I'm going to buy. I bought the Lamborghini a while back, and then I realized I need the money to make money. So I was like, I don't need that car. It's not making me any money. And that's $100,000 just for the car, not to mention upgrading it. So here's the shortcut I was talking about. With it being dark, it's kind of hard to see. But this trail goes very far around. So we are right here. You can see it loops all the way around. Well, I found a sketchy way to do it faster, but it doesn't always work. And it could cost you more money than anything. So I normally just drop down here and try not to flip. Cut through here without flipping. And there's a big rock right there. It's hard to see when it's dark out. And then here, we gotta go to the right of this rock. Try not to flip. Oh, we got some air. And keep your speed up, because we have to ride right close to that little bridge there, and you can make it over. It took me like 10 or 15 tries to start getting that down. The first few times I was like, I don't know if you can even make it. And now I've got it where you just... Oh! Oh no, I forgot to tell you guys. Before you get here, don't drop your fuel off. You have to go in here and click on the contract. And the lowest one is 15, so we're only going to have 14 since I was dumb. Good job. And then you get a bonus every time you drop some fuel off here. Now, you do have to have money to pay for this, so that costs 3,500 credits. If you don't have the money, you can't buy it. So that was the first one done. I amazingly forgot to buy the contract. I do it all the time. And that was the one thing I wanted to show you not to do, and I think I made that kind of clear. Go me. Alright, so I have this camper spawn here. And give you an idea where we're at. We're right here. And this is like down the road from the gas station. But the reason I have it spawn here is you can spawn vehicles in here. But you want to make sure that you put gas in the car and repair your car before you come over here. Because if it's not repaired, there's nowhere over here to repair it. So we're going to take the electric car. No, we're not. It's, well, yeah, that's not a good idea. This car's kind of weird when it's half broken. It like tweaks out. So the motorcycles are a pretty good option to get back to your other two trucks. Just because they're light and fast and cheap to modify. Cheap gas. And you can take shortcuts up here and die when you hit the fence. Woo! Oh my gosh. Oh, that has to be the luckiest landing ever. But yeah, I like the motorcycle. It's good for this. It's a bit of ways off. I could put another RV here if this was something I was doing all the time, but it's really new, so that is why I don't have an RV there. And I also can't spawn anything in, so I still eventually would like to have one just to spawn there, so that way I can get into the next truck and drive it up the mountain, which means I wouldn't have to even drive to the location. This thing's fun to drift if you get it right. There it is. What a bundle of joy to drive. Please don't hit the bus. Oh, beautiful. I think having some multiplayer rally races would be cool, like coming through the map. Like a full-on rally course, maybe? Like trail? I don't know what I'm saying. If you had some like rally gates. Kind of like on Forza Horizon, how you have little rally points that you race to. That'd be fun. I feel like racing and more events in the game should be pushed. Like, the thing that kind of irks me is when you do multiplayer and you have like a business together, at least from my knowledge, it seems like you make less money when you're in a business with someone than when you're just playing on your own time. I feel like it should be the opposite. Because don't you want more people playing the game together? I mean, I feel like it's more fun. And when you encourage it with prizes, more people are going to play. So it's just kind of a win-win for everyone, I would think. And I feel like other objectives should pay out better. So it's kind of equal on how much work you're putting in. Just my 2 cents. I'm 130 hours in and I don't even feel like I have any cars that I could go race other people with. I'm just not to that point yet. But being able to build one up and modify it seems kind of cool if you had more ways to bring people together in the game. I like to play games by myself sometimes, but this game with other people it's a blast. It almost feels like there's no reward of playing it with other people because it's slower than playing by yourself. Woo! Barely missed that tree. I don't know about this one. That tree actually kind of saved my life. Maybe. Thank you. Have a good day, tree. May the Lord bless you with rain. Is that even what a tree's like? Maybe they don't like rain. Maybe they just like dirt. It's like feeling their little roots in the dirt. I wonder if trees can have root canals. And I wonder if it's as painful as ours. Look at that bridge. So satisfying. One thing I feel like they should add in Motortown is like a utility truck. And basically what that means is on this side of the map, there's no places to repair anything. And I think that is kind of cool. It's kind of like Mud Runner. Like you have utility trucks that you can drive to your location and repair your vehicles. Like that's the truck's purpose. I feel like that'd be a really cool addition to this game. And leave like this side of the map kind of where you can't spawn in as easily and you can't repair a vehicle or fuel up, because there are a couple gas stations on this side of the map, but they're not like civilization, you know. I just love driving through here. It's such a blast. I hear a cat behind me getting into something she probably shouldn't, because that's what cats do. I've been in two-wheel drive this whole time. That will change once we get to the steep hill. Jeez. That way is so pretty. Like, there's so many good sceneries. Like, it's even better than this route. And it's the one with the very narrow bridges that are hard to go across. Definitely recommend trying it just for fun. I mean, obviously make some money too. This is the hill you have to put four-wheel drive on. Second gear? Nope. There we go, do the shimmy. Oh, there is a waterfall. How about that? I'm so blind. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, there's a cat on my lap. Hello, Milo. Yeah. Oh, I overheated. You know, sometimes it happens. Yeah, have fun on these trails. See how fast you can make it. Change your suspension. See if you can get the suspension to handle the bumps at a faster speed. Wait, where am I going? This is right. So I think I had a point on the map marked that didn't correspond to where I was going. Hook, tag, you're it. No tag backs, rock. Trust me, I'll drive into that thing 20 more times. Guarantee it. If she ain't slowing down, let her keep going. No need to waste time shifting when she's moving. I like how it's such a low poly, unrealistic game, and then you look at the water and it's like, you know, that's pretty good. I spent way too much time on the water. It really does look good though. Oh, did I miss my little shortcut? I think I did. But we'll go through here so you can see all this. I'm almost out of gas. I didn't even fill these back up when I picked them back up. Oh, this is where the long skinny bridge is. Oh yeah, see, that's how you should not cross that. Unless you want to have a fun time. Yeah, we'll refuel. I don't think I'm fit for this right now. Look how awesome that is though. Whoa. That's so cool. But yeah, you can see how much road I missed by taking that shortcut. It obviously saves a lot of time if you get it down. If you don't get it down, you're not saving time. See, right now, this is the highest gear I have. And that's why I say by, like, utilizing all of your transmission. See there? Another $1,000 because I'm dumb. But I never drive any faster than that, so that's why it's geared that way. Alright. What I should have done the first time is park and not go through the box. So then you go to the box, and you go to contract, and then you pick however much you want to do, but you only get 50 minutes to do this, so go ahead and click that. We won't have enough because we have 2 trucks. I already have the contract, that's right. So I have 2 trucks, and they both are 7 kilograms. So we're going to have 14 out of 15. So I'm not going to be able to finish the contract, unfortunately. But you will make a good amount of money. And by just driving here, I got a $6,000 contract bonus. So 65 grand. Multiply that by 3, about $180,000, and then your contract bonus once you finish it. You can get up to like 200 grand doing this each trip, and that's not too bad to me, really. I don't think it's that long a time once you get it down. You'll run into problems, but you'll have a fun time doing it. So let's get this last one delivered. I don't even know what I'm doing. Need to find my camper. Sorry, I'm trying to do this with my controller. Not idea. Map is good for keyboard and mouse. And I'll meet you at the 3rd truck. Oh, yeah. Land it. Oh, beautiful. Hello, 3rd truck. Oh, what is happening? Oh, crap. This thing better not fall on me. Why is this truck moving so much? It should be in park. Oh, crap. See, this one has so many gears. It takes forever. Sometimes you gotta double click them. I don't think it's ideal. I have a cat on my controller. You're making this very tough, Milo. Yeah, just imagine having little rally stages. Like, all your friends sit there, one person goes, and then the light turns colors, and then you go. And you kind of like, I guess, go through like an invisible laser that starts your time and ends your time when you go through the course. That'd be fun. That'd be so much fun. Got these granny gears. I need to bring the gear count down on this truck. It's ridiculous. I didn't have my headlights on. I also think it would be cool to get like punctured tires easier. Like if you're driving an on-road tire off-road or something too much. Like if you got a little lowrider car or something with street tires on it, and you come back here on the dirt roads and it like punctures your tires faster or something. I think that would be kind of cool. And like these heavy-duty tires can withstand more. I'd love to hear what's something you guys think that they should add to the game. Whether it be a vehicle or a game mechanic, map. Like, part of me wants to see more civilization on this side of the map. But also, part of me likes that it's so big and barren and that you can't, like, just spawn in a car over here as easily, and you can't repair it over here. But if they added a utility truck, that'd be so cool. Like this cave, if they dressed it up a little more, they have like what are the little icicle thingies that hang down in caves? Territe or something? I don't remember. I'm stupid, okay? I'm sure someone's like, it's this, stupid. Yeah. But yeah, if they dressed up like some of the scenery even more, it'd be so immersive. Like just the visuals alone would be so beautiful. I mean, they're getting there. Like if we had a bigger town with like skyscrapers, like you were just in the middle of Tokyo, like you're kind of engulfed in a city, not a little block of buildings, you know, like the current towns. Like this game could really be immersive if they brought more people together and played together. Definitely are on to something bigger than what they've got. It's like GTA but without the G rated. See, I keep seeing the speed control flash. Oh, I'm in sport mode, that's why. So that could cause me to not be able to make it up hills and not be stuck, you know. We're in turtle speed right now. But she's moving, so I'm not going to mess with it. This one has so many gears, this should be no problem. I think drift mode's basically the best mode to be in if you're trying to climb treacherous stuff. And if you actually want to drift. That's what that's there for. So you don't have any traction controls kicking in. You don't have any stability controls kicking in. Nothing killing the engine. Just full power. All manual. Come on. I don't want to have to shift. Oh yeah, she's got the power. She's got the power. Alright, this is the last truck, and I think we'll go check out that new truck that I was talking about, and hopefully we'll be done. Now I did just switch to a new mic, and from what I've heard is it sounds a lot better, but earlier in the video there was some popping going on. I apologize. I don't think I have my gain set right, and I may still not. I don't know. Well, hopefully I'll get that better as the days go. I'll figure out a good setting, and yeah, just trying to make my stream look and sound better, and YouTube's kind of new to me, so I'm trying to figure it out. Oh crap, I can't drive. That didn't give me any more damage somehow. I hit that rock hard. It was rock hard. And you just go on the right side where all this green shrubbery is. Well, I don't know if you'll have all the shrubbery. I'm running a 3090. I am very privileged to be using a 3090 on Motortown. What a beautiful game to run it on, though. Yeah, if you got any questions about my setup, I'm using a 3090. I'm using a 14-core i9. It's all water-cooled. Lots and lots of storage. And then I'm using a Focusrite recording interface, and I have studio monitors as my speakers because I write music. And it does really well. I can plug in 4 mics, technically 8 mics, but that's a little overkill for streaming. But yeah, that's what I'm using. I'm using SM57 with a pop filter around the cone of it, and I'm really digging it. I might actually end up picking another one up so I can have it at another location for recording. But yeah, it's basically an SM7B, but like half the price, or actually like a quarter the price. So there we go. We got our second contract bonus. We need 1 more kilogram of fuel to finish the contract. I'm not going to do that because I don't know if I even have the time. Yeah, we have 11 minutes. There's no way I'd be able to make it all over here in 11 minutes with 1 truck. But yeah, it'll give you like another 60 grand, I think. I don't know. But I did this twice today, and I didn't even do I didn't complete either of the contracts because I'm dumb. And I'm already at $323,000, so I mean, you could easily get $1 million doing this if you actually completed it the right way. So that's going to conclude my tutorial. If you've got any other tips or ways to make more money, please drop it in the comment. I'm always looking. I obviously don't know it all. I just found this out on my own, and I think it's a fun way of making money. And I do feel like it genuinely is a pretty fast way to make money. And you just kind of stay focused, and it's not a bunch of little bitty trips that are annoying. So, yeah, without further ado, have a great day, have a great week, have a great month, have a great year, have a great decade, Have a great life. I will see you the next time. And keep pooping your pants. Love you.